Hello and welcome to the Daily Coaching Lockdown Football Training Session. So today's session number 8, and today I have 4 key parts to the session for you. So we're going to start off with a warm-up, then we're going to move into some ball mastery, then a techniques exercise where we're focusing on our touch and our control, and then finishing off with a ball circuit exercise. Okay, now for the warm-up, what you're going to need is you're going to need a space, you're going to need a flat surface, whether you're indoors or outdoors, perhaps using a wall or a door, and you're also going to need 2 balls. Okay, so once you've got your space, once you've got your flat surface, and once you've got your 2 balls, we're ready to go. Cool, so for this warm-up, what you're going to do is you're going to start with one of the balls on the floor, like so, and the other ball you're going to pick up and start with your hands, okay? Now what you're going to do is one thing in your hand is going to be simply throwing and catching the ball, okay? Throwing, catching, throwing, catching, throwing, catching. At the same time, what you're going to be doing is with your feet, you're going to use the soles of your feet, the left and the right soles of your feet, and you're just going to be doing some sole taps on the ball on the floor. So the ball's not moving anywhere, just getting some touches on the ball, okay? So we're getting touches with the ball with our feet, and also touches with the ball using our hands, okay? And we're not moving anywhere, we're just getting into the habit of getting lots of touches, lots of repetition, okay? We're getting a feel to that ball at both our feet and in our hands as well. A few more. Okay, now, the good thing about this exercise is obviously number 1, we're getting lots of touches, number 2, we're getting lots of repetition, but importantly, because we can feel the ball using the sole of our feet, we know where the ball is, okay? Which means it allows us to keep our eyes off the ball on the floor and onto the ball we're throwing and catching, okay? Just like in a game, we don't want to focus on the ball on the floor, we want to focus on what's going on around us, okay? Teammates, opposition players as well, alright? So, know where the ball is, you can feel it, and it means we can throw and catch and keep our eyes off the ground, okay? Cool. That's the first part. The next part which we'll be moving into, so again, do lots of repetition with that exercise. When you feel more comfortable and confident, then you can move on to this next stage. But primarily, just try and focus maybe, if you're a bit younger age group, less ability, just focus on one movement to begin with, okay? Just maybe keep on your toes, throwing, catching. Keep on your toes, throwing, catching. Then focus on the sole taps, okay? Keeping your head up. Then combine them both together. Okay? So with the older age group, movement should be a lot more faster and a lot more fluid as well, okay? Combine them both together at the same time and at speed as well. Next movement, okay? So again, take it in steps. So throwing and catching, we used that from the one we just done before. This time, feet will be using the inside of our right and inside of our left, okay? And we're just going to be moving the ball in between, okay? It's not going over distance, we're not moving anywhere, we're just moving the ball. Okay, and again, when you start to feel more confident doing so, you're just throwing the ball up and down, okay? Throwing the ball up and down. Throwing the ball, bring it back to the away. Throwing the ball up and down. A couple more of these ones. Okay, now, although this exercise is getting us nice and physically warmed up, okay, it's also getting us mentally prepared as well. So we're having to focus or keep aware of 2 different movements, okay? The ball at our feet and the movement of that, and also the movement of the ball in our hands. Okay, so it means that we're having to focus and problem solve on 2 different tasks really. Okay, now again, younger age groups, just focus on one movement primarily to begin with, keeping our head up. Okay, so we know where the ball is, we can feel it at the inside, then gradually getting the ball in with throwing and catching as well. Okay, and as you might have noticed as well, the first exercise, the second part, okay, the ball's not going as high, okay, and it's just because I want to become more comfortable and confident in doing what I'm doing. So, if you are the older age group, more advanced, more experienced, okay, then obviously try and get the ball a bit higher, okay. And also, possibly try and see if you can make the movements a little bit faster. Change it up and add some variations, so you can go from left to right, left, 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 right, and so on, okay? You can feel free to change this up as much as you like. Again, the key thing is you want to get lots of touches using different parts of the feet, and just again, get a psychological problem solving with these two tasks we're dealing with, okay? Then what we're going to do is we're going to start using our flat surface, alright? So, now, okay, you're going to be looking to use with your feet, you're going to be rolling the ball from side to side, okay? Making the ball travel over a bit of a bigger distance this time. Still soft taps in a way, but the ball's getting some direction moving within it now. And with our hands, we're going to be simply throwing and catching, okay? Throwing, catching, throwing, catching, throwing, catching. So again, taking step by step, okay? Moving the ball with our soles to our feet, using our sole taps. And once we're comfortable, we can start adding in that element of throwing and catching as well. Okay, take some breaks in between if you need to, just to help you get that coordination going. Again, if you're more advanced, more experienced, take quicker movements, okay? Less time with that ball in your hands as well. Cool. So again, lots of repetition, lots of movement on the ball, both in our hands and our feet as well, okay? Now moving on to the final part. So the final part of this exercise is going to involve still throwing and catching, but this time you're also going to use your feet rather than moving sole to sole, side to side, you're going to be passing with the inside of your feet, okay? Now again, if you're of the younger age group, predominantly focus on just using one foot to begin with. So I might start off my left, passing it, passing it, passing it, and then getting catching as well. Okay? Make sure we've got an equal amount of power into our throws and our kicks as well. So the ball's now back to us, so we're not having to adjust the body too much, but you may have to react as well at the same time. You can change onto your right. And so on, okay? That's a tough one, okay? So much coordination needed there, so much awareness of what the actual movements are, okay? And if you're of the more advanced level, of course, try maybe throwing it in a part to the left, and then pass it to the right. Left, again, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, okay? And also again, if you're more advanced, try and prevent that ball from actually dropping onto the floor. That's going to be the real challenge, okay? Can you keep that ball up and catch it and react, then also be aware of what's going on with your feet as well, right? Cool. So, give that a try, a few different variations, a few different challenges. Really tough one mentally, okay? I'll be honest with you, really tough one mentally. Lots of coordination, lots of awareness, and obviously requiring a lot of different reactions as well, feet and hands. Give it a try and see how you get on. Cool, so that was our warm-up. So remember, some of the key points to take away from the warm-up is that we were looking at getting lots of touches on the ball, lots of repetitive touches, whether that was using our feet or our hands. Using our feet, we was using both our left and our right foot in different parts of the feet, so our sole and our inside of the foot to help us move the ball and keep it under control. And with our hands, we're just simply looking to try and throw and catch the ball, okay? Now, although that exercise is really good physically to help us get us prepared for our exercises, it's also excellent mentally as well, okay? Because we really have to focus on our awareness, reaction, and our coordination, okay? Of moving two balls and doing two tasks at the same time. So a really effective warm-up to get us prepared for our activities. Cool, so now we're going to move on to our ball mastery exercise, and for this, you're going to need a space, you're going to need 3 objects. I have cones, but if you don't have access to cones, as always, hands on anything, okay? Jackets, jumpers, trainers, toilet rolls, anything you can get your hands on around the house. You're also going to need a ball, so once you've got your space, once you've got your 3 objects, and once you've got your ball, we're ready to go. Right, so for this ball mastery exercise, what you're going to do is you're going to set up these 3 objects like so, so it's creating a triangle. Okay, you're then going to start with your ball at the opposite ends of the point of the triangle. Okay, so I'm going to start down here,
ball's going to start on the floor, and you're going to be basically making 3 different movements using 2 different parts of the feet. Okay, so I'll walk you through it first, okay, and then we'll do it at real time speed. So to begin with, using the soles of your feet, left and right, okay, to push the ball forward to the next object. Once you get to the top of the point, okay, then using the soles of your feet to move the ball backwards. Once you get to this end of the point, okay, you're then going to use the inside of your feet to help direct the ball back to the start. Okay, so real time speed, sole, then inside, back to the start, okay? Now you'll do this on a number of occasions, okay? It's really important in this exercise you get lots of repetition in, okay? But if you're on the young group, my advice to you would be that when you get to the point to the triangle, so as an example, I stop the ball, okay? Just so that I know I've got it under control, and also I can keep balance so that I can create my next movement, alright? So it's make the move, stop, get ready, inside, stop, stop, inside. Okay, just so number 1, you know you've got the ball under control, and number 2, you're really focusing on the movements which are required within this exercise, okay? Older age groups, a lot more fluid these movements should be, okay? So it's constantly moving. As the ball moves, we also move our body to react to the new direction in which we're travelling, okay? That's the really important thing in this one. Although the ball's moving, we're also moving our body as well, okay? To be able to react to the new movement. Again, if you're of the older age group, my advice would be, if you have somebody there to help you, assist or oversee, shouting out change of direction, okay? And just creates that extra emphasis on reacting and making sure you have that under control. Okay, so as an example, change. 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 Okay, just helping to make sure that I really have that ball under control when I'm making these movements, alright? Cool. So, now we've done that one, okay, we're going to move on to the next one, okay? Again, just make sure you're getting lots of repetition inside so you become more confident making these movements. Now, start on one side of the area, okay, this time using only one foot, okay, facing outside of the area. You're going to use the sole, okay, I'm going to start my left, and all I'm looking to do is make this movement in one of 2 ways. I can either sole roll, stop, 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 sole roll, stop. And as you notice, I'm letting the ball go a little bit further past the point of the triangle, okay, just so it prepares me to be able to quickly snatch the ball, stop it, change direction, stop, change direction, stop, change direction, stop, and so on, okay? The other way you can do this, to practice a little more advanced, and you really want to focus on the control element of it and keep that ball moving, okay, is it's loads of little touches. Okay, so just keeping the ball constantly moving, and using that sole of the foot to help direct the ball into a new direction, okay? Keep it really close and making those changes of direction really tight around the outside of the area. Cool. Okay, then you'll repeat this on your right foot. Okay, so again, either doing it while you're rolling, stop, 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 and so on. Or you're doing a lot more touches within these movements, okay? So it's more of the control of the ball and more using the sole to help keep that change of direction constant, also tight around the outside of the area. Okay? Lots more touches, just using that sole of the foot to help direct walk, help direct ball around the area. Okay, cool. Again, if you have somebody here to help you, shout out with change your direction. Okay, so I'm going that way, change. I'm now changing to my opposite foot. Okay, so now go to my left. Change. Change. So again, I'm having to react with my body, but also having to react with my feet as well. Okay, so I'm using my other foot, my alternative foot this time. Cool. Final one. Okay, final one. So this time, you're using the front area of your feet, the laces area, and you're just simply trying to see if you can maybe take little touches, possibly using both your feet. So you can do stop, using little touches, stop, little touches, little touches, stop, little touches, little touches, little touches, stop, little touches, stop, and so on. Okay? Again, that's maybe if you're of that younger age group, having lower ability, less experience in the game. If you're of the older age group, essentially trying to see if you can use both of your feet and constantly that ball moving, using front of the feet, okay? That ball doesn't really slow down, doesn't speed up as well, okay, but maybe just taking a few more touches as you get to final wins. Okay, cool. So lots of frequency of different movements there, lots of combinations of different parts of the feet, combining using your left and your right foot as well. Repetition is key in this one, okay? You're really trying to repeat, get comfortable, get confident with these different movements. Give it a try.
Right, so that was our ball master exercise. So remember, some of the key points to take away from the ball master exercise is that very similar to our warm-up. We was really looking at trying to get lots of repetitive touches on the ball, okay? So it was looking at finding out and exploring and understanding as well how to use different parts of our feet, so the insides of our feet, the sole of our foot, and also the front areas, so the laces part of our feet as well, using both our left and our right foot to help us move the ball into different directions, okay? And also, really importantly, to help keep the ball under control whilst on the move as well. With that exercise, it's really, really important and crucial that you get lots of repetition in, okay? Moving in different directions and making very similar movements, just so you can really try and understand how to master this ball, okay? Really, really important. Cool. So now we're going to move into our techniques exercise. And for this one, okay, when we're looking at our touch and control, you're going to need an area, so space. You're going to need a flat surface again. This time you only need two objects. So again, if you don't have access to cones, don't worry. Get your hands on any jumpers, jackets, trainers, anything you can. And also you're going to need a ball. So once you've got your space, once you've got your flat surface, once you've got your two objects, and once you've got your ball, we're ready to go.
Cool, so for this technique exercise, we're really focusing on our touch and our control of the ball when receiving it, okay? So what you're going to do, with your two objects, you're going to set them up just like so, in front of your flat surface, okay? And then what's going to happen is you're going to start with your ball in between, okay? And you're going to stand in between these two objects as well, alright? But just maybe slightly behind it so you have a little bit more space. Then, basically in this exercise, the passing isn't as crucial, however, you also want to make a realistic pass so that when you're receiving, the receiving element is also realistic too, okay? Now we'll be focusing on three different techniques here, okay, using a few different parts of the feet. The first one is when I pass the ball in, my first touch is just going to take it out to the side using the inside of my feet, okay? Now you can predominantly do with one foot if you want to begin with, pass in, take out my left, okay? Pass in, take it out my left. And you see the end to habit of these different touches taking the ball into a new direction, okay? So getting ready, pass in, take it out to the side. Bring back, pass in, take it out to the side. Now this one isn't too physically demanding, and I really just wanted to focus on the actual technique, okay? So understanding how, when and where we're going to be touching it with our inside of our foot. Okay, so I'm making my pass, and it's away from the free to receive. Now I'm taking it to the side. Okay, so I'm meeting the movement of the ball. I'm also helping to change the direction of the ball as well. The pass in, take to the side, okay? And that touch, it can't be too heavy, but it needs to be enough weight behind that touch to be able to direct the ball into a different direction, okay? There's no good for this pass into this, and just slightly take it to the side, okay? It needs to be sharp, change of direction, okay? So us receiving the ball, and we're coming away from that area, right? So do a couple on the left, so take it to the side, back, side, back. As you'll notice, the whole time I'm doing this, as I'm knocking it to the side, I'm also making that movement. So the whole time the ball is under control. Okay? Then you can make it to the right, side, side. I'm following that movement and direction that I'm taking the ball into. Two key things as well. If you're of that younger age group, just purely focus on that initial touch, okay, so that first touch, take it to the side, okay, and then just make sure it goes in the opposite direction and you keep up with it. And if you're of the older age group, start thinking about that second touch, okay, so what's the touch going to look like afterwards? So make that pass, take the touch, now I'm using my right to help me gain control of the ball and possibly go into my next movement, okay, because although I want to knock it into the new space, new direction, I obviously still want to make sure the ball's under my control so I can make my follow-on movement, alright? So pass in, touch, ball's under my control, now I can make my next move. Cool, that's the first one. Next one we're going to be looking at, okay, is we'll be looking at using the outside of our feet. So the outside of our left, the outside of our right. So I pass the ball in, take it to the side. Okay, pass the ball in, take it to the side. Make sure we get a heavy enough touch, remember, not too heavy. Take the ball, there we go, to the side, okay? Take it to the side. Take it to the side. Couple more. Take it to the side. See there, I have to wait a little bit because I have to judge the bounce of the ball. That's really important. Like I said, where, when and how are you actually going to make this movement, okay? Judging the movement of the ball when it's ready for you to take that initial touch and change the direction. Last here. Again, the ball might come to you on a bit of a bounce, not always going to be naturally just rolling on the floor. Superb. We're going to change over to our opposite foot. Again, that's the danger, okay? It's not enough power and pass being made to you, it's also going to make that touch, the initial first touch, a lot harder to make, okay? So make sure, like I said, after really so not getting too hard, but just enough to be able to take that direction and the speed of the ball into super. Cool. One final technique, okay? This time it's about opening up the body. So we go back to using the inside of our feet, okay? But whereas before, the inside of my foot took me to the opposite direction, this time it's going to take me to that same side, okay? So as an example, movement, although it isn't a touch, it's also about how you position and move your body. So I'm going to make my pass, open up my body, and push it out, okay? Make the pass, open up my body, push it out. Body, push it out. Okay? Younger age groups just focus on that change of direction of your body and then the touch it's going to take. Older age groups try and leave that turn of your body, that change direction of your body to the last second. Make it unrealistic. Okay? So pass the ball in, change direction. Okay? Pass the ball in, change direction. So you want to make your movement unpredictable, okay, and add that element of surprise when you're actually making it. Alright? So pass in. Pass it, back up, pass it, When you make the pass, facing forward, open up, touch. Okay. Last two, pass, open up, touch. And as you'll notice as well, the direction in which my foot, the inside of my foot is facing when I make the pass is towards the flat surface. Okay? When I open my body, it's facing, stop it there, it's facing the direction that I want the ball to go and travel into. Okay? That's really important. You're able to use the body and you're also opening the feet to push that ball into the new direction. Cool. Give that one a try. A few different variations of how you can make that first initial touch. But in a game, when you make that touch, when receiving the ball, it's so important that we're not only getting the touch again under control, we're also making that touch to be able to push it and change the direction and use that speed that the ball's travelling at us with to push that ball into the new area, into the new space of which we want to try to go to. Give it a try.
Cool. So that was our techniques exercise. So remember, some of the key points from that techniques exercise that was focusing on our control and our touch when receiving the ball, okay? And what I mean by that is that it was looking at which part of our foot makes that initial contact once we receive the ball, okay? To number one, help us keep it under control, and number two, to help us move it into a new direction so that we can start the next piece of play. Okay, it's really important that, again, we get lots of repetition, but also importantly as well that you explore becoming comfortable at number one, receiving the ball, and number two, that touch to take it into a different direction, okay? Because in a game of football, if a defender's coming towards you, you obviously don't want to stop the ball still, because obviously this could be more predictable, and they're going to be able to close you, and there'll be less space around you to react. So that first touch, it's really important that we take it away from us, okay? Whether it's left, whether it's right, whether it's forward perhaps, or even backwards, okay? But that first touch is crucial. So make sure we get lots of repetition in, and make sure we just become comfortable actually receiving the ball, and then pushing it into an opposite direction. Cool. Now we're going to move into our ball circuit exercise, and for this you're going to need a space, you're going to need more objects, so I've got 10, okay? But make sure that with your objects, you're either different colours, different sizes, or different types of objects, okay? So once you've got your different objects, once you've got your space, and once you've got your ball, we're ready to go.
Cool. For this ball circuit exercise, what you need to do is you need to get 10 objects and lay them out like so. So scatter around the space that you're working in. Remember, it's important to get different types, colours, or sizes of objects. Okay, I've got some blue, some red and orange cones. Okay, make sure you have a mix of something that we'll be doing later on within this exercise. Okay, now in this exercise, there's not too many learning points. There's quite a lot of freedom on you just to explore and the opportunity to use different parts of the feet, moving both your left and your right. But again, make it appropriate and make it comfortable to what's best for you and how you're developing with these sessions. Okay, so all you're going to do is you're going to start off with the ball on the floor. The first pass, give yourself about 30 seconds to a minute and just try and get around, again using different parts of the feet, using both feet, to as many of these objects as you can. Okay, if you want to, when you get around to them, stop it. Move on to another one, stop. Move on to another one, stop. Move on to another one, stop. Or if you're more advanced and you want to try and really challenge yourself, then just constantly keep on moving, okay? So try and get around as many as you can. And just try and get around as many different objects as you can. Okay, and that's it. You've got about 30 seconds to a minute. You're just exploring using different parts of the feet. If you can, you can both feet as well. So inside, outside, left, These are a real mixture of movements, okay? Just more comfortable with creating various movements on the ball. Possibly changing the direction as well. Last second. Cool. And like so. So, keep track. Obviously, the more times you do this, the more competition you can have with yourself. Can you try and get around to more objects in a smaller amount of time? And can you possibly try and see if you can, when you're getting around these objects, stop it or constantly keep on moving. Again, depending on the challenge level which is right for you. Cool, so once you've done that, the next variation is going to be going to alternate objects, okay? And this is why I think it's important to have different types, colours or sizes of objects. In my pattern, I'm going to go from ready orange one to a blue one. Let's go to the blue one to the ready orange one. Ready orange to the blue. And so on. So I'm going to alternate colours each time. If you've got big objects, go to the big ones and the small ones. If you've got toilet rolls and jumpers, go to the toilet rolls and jumpers, and so on, okay? And it's just forcing us to, number one, have a bit of direction with our movement, but number two, have to react and understand and plan where we're going to do next, alright? So again, 30 seconds per minute, see how this affects your score. Again, exploring using different parts of your feet as you become more comfortable and confident using more combinations. Go. And so on. Again, just lots of repetition on these movements now, okay? And that's where you have the freedom because you can travel around however you like. Obviously you have this task in hand where you have to go to alternative ones, alright? Cool. This time, okay, when you're going to the alternative objects, instead of going, say for example, red, blue, this time pick one object or one type of object, okay, one colour of object. So, if I pick just red, this time I'm only going around to the red one. Okay, so go to red, go to red. I'm avoiding the blue ones and forgetting about the blue ones for the moment. Red, 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 and so on, okay? Change it up if you want to, once you've done that, then go to the opposite type, colour, size, shape, whatever you're using. Okay, so then go to the blue ones. And so on, okay? Again, if you're of that older age group, something you may possibly try and do is if you've got somebody there with you to help you, you may decide to get them to try and shout out change. So if I'm going around to the red ones, change, and I'm going to the blue. Change, now to the red. Change, blue. Change, now we're cool. So, with these ones, explore different parts of the feet, explore using both feet, be aware of what's going on around you, so that's what's really important with this one. Although there's a lot of repetition within our touches, there's also a constant need for awareness, okay? And the reaction comes when we're basing it on, I've made my decision, I know where to go next, okay? I've solved the problem, I'm only allowed to go on the blue one. Where's the closest blue one, or where's the next blue one within my movement or the path in which I'm travelling, okay? So, give it a try, see how you've done, change this up as much as you like, like I said, if you have somebody with you, and obviously they can add in some extra challenges just to help create more natural reactions, alright? Cool. Give it a try.
Right, so that's the end of session 8. So let's just very quickly recap on some of today's key points. So today we're focusing on 2 key areas. First of all, we're looking at techniques, okay? So looking at the techniques of understanding how, when, where and why to use different parts of the feet in different scenarios and in different situations, okay? Whether that's us moving the ball and we're looking to change direction or keep the ball under control, whether it's us receiving the ball and we're looking to push the ball into a different direction, possibly away from a defender. The second thing was repetition. Repetition was heavy in today's session, okay? We wanted to make sure we've done our movements loads of times became really repetitive with them, so that again, as I always say, we can become comfortable and confident with the movements in which we're doing, okay? Once we're comfortable and once we're confident with these movements, then we'll start to understand where, when and why we're going to use them in a game situation and in different scenarios, okay? Cool. I hope you liked today's session. As always, please make sure that you subscribe, like, comment, interact with the video. Make sure you leave some feedback. Let us know how you got on. Let us know any types of sessions or exercises that you want to see. And as always, I hope you enjoyed it. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care and I'll see you soon.